let's go ride some dirt bikes.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for checking out another video. Last week's 2 videos did really well. The comments were very positive. I really appreciate you guys. It made me feel so good. Obviously, I felt great being back on the bike, but to make a video and then have you guys really enjoy and be excited to see my videos again really means a lot to me, so thank you for that. But today we're going to finally go down to Ram Off-Road Park. I've been pretty vocal about it in the past, especially on my Instagram story. If you don't follow me at DeeO, people are like, why don't you go to Ram? And it's like, if I'm going from Denver all the way down to Aztec, because Ram and Aztec are like literally next door neighbors, I'd rather ride Aztec because Ram wasn't prepped. I heard it was sketchy. They have like quads and side-by-sides and stuff out there. But recently they started to prep their main track and it actually looks pretty sweet. I've seen some videos, my buddy Jacob Dolph throwing some nasty opposite whips out there. He's supposed to be out there today, so we'll get some footage of him. But it looks like the track is actually pretty fun. So I decided that this weekend, since it's a long weekend with Labor Day here in the United States, on Saturday, today, I'm gonna go down to Ram and check it out. Then we're gonna stay the night at my parents', and then Sunday we're gonna ride Aztec. So make a little weekend out of it because it's like an hour and a half down there. So I don't wanna go there just for Ram, but if I'm doing Ram and then Aztec the next day, I think it'll be sweet. We left the apartment and we're on the interstate headed down towards Colorado Springs, and I got a text from Tyler with Applied Suspension that they were going to Wildrat for a private ride day and they were inviting me. So big change of plans. Instead of going to Ram, we are going to Wildrat because Wildrat usually isn't open for practice. It's just the race days, so it'll be really cool to get an opportunity to ride out there, and Dad's gonna ride too. I don't think he's rode there in a super long time, so change plans, but that's okay. Ram will still be there, and one of these upcoming weekends, I'm actually gonna do another double header down at Colorado Springs because I got new tires for my truck, so we're gonna mount those up. So probably that weekend we can make Ram happen. So it'll still happen. I'm sorry it wasn't today, but I think Wildrat will be a better move for today, and then we can hit Ram next time. So change of plans, was texting everyone, getting everything in line, but luckily it's right next door to Aztec, which is right next door to Ram, so we're still headed in the exact same place. So ripping down there and be there in about an hour. What's up? Hey-o. You guys just waiting for us?
Oh yeah.
Cool. We're out here, we got Allison, my mom, and got Daddy DeeO with his bike. So parked over here next to the Heinrichs, and then Tyler and Stephanie with Applied Technology Suspension. Actually have quite a few people here, so should be really cool. Should be a lot of fun. They're out watering it and prepped it and everything, so it's super sick. We're all geared up now. We're gonna go check out the track, do some sight laps, and just get a feel for it. So super excited to be riding at Wildrat today. How are you doing, Rylan?
Good, how are you?
Doing all right, man. How's it feeling? Sucks?
Okay.
Yeah. Tyler with Applied. That overjump like that doesn't totally ruin my day. It is just a tabletop. I can do that next lap. A finish line triple is the only one I haven't hit. So I'm going to take one kind of cool down lap, hit that, and then I'll go back into the pits, get some water, check out how Dad's doing. Just a tabletop.
Good initial moto, that was sweet. You gonna head up? Yeah. Cool. Cool, just finished our first little set of motos, 12 minutes. Just getting a feel of the track. Dad's telling my mom about the track right now, so let's come get in. Nope, I was coming to listen to you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of a real pro level track. It's kind of above my level.
The prep is sweet though.
The prep is good, and it is a good track. It's just at my level, you know, I'm not jumping stuff, and there's a couple ones like that double that head straight north.
Yeah.
I kind of got just a tiny little bit of air and it fell away. Like
smash into the face, yeah.
So my hardest time is just remembering which jump is which.
Gotcha. Yeah. Sweet. Well, first little moto out there, hit everything. So take a little break, get some water, and then go back out. Super awesome. Super stoked to be out here. All right, so we've been hanging out here, just catching up with Tyler from Applied, and just you know, bench racing and stuff, having a good time. So we're probably gonna go back out. Like Dad was saying, the track's a little bit much for him, which I understand. So he'll come out and get some sweet footage for us. He'll keep riding, I'm sure. But yeah, just stoked to be out here. It's a gorgeous day, and happy to be riding some dirt bikes. One other thing I was gonna say, I was talking about my knee braces feeling really tight last week, just on like the outside of my kneecap. I talked to Mobius about it, and they gave me this pro tip of pretty much jamming a Sharpie in between it, which spreads out the plastic part, and then when you tighten them back down, it closes that back down, but at least spreads it out so it's not so tight on your knees. Feels amazing, so much better. So I'm super glad that I hit them up and they had a good solution for it. So let's go rip it some. Yeah, I was gonna say, why do you always have your shirt off when I see you?
Well,
but if I look like that, I would never have my shirt on ever.
I have to show somebody.
Well, I'm glad it's me.
Yeah, it's not my wife, it's you.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
We're good with that.
And you're always super good about it, but also get some footage of like Tyler and Cody said he's coming out here.
Oh yeah, I saw Cody.
Perfect.
Does this thing have
up to here, if you, yeah, thank you. Yeah, just anyone you see that you even think you might recognize, just since it's like this private ride day, I think it'll be cool to get some people.
Same kind of thing, just quick clips like you.
Yeah, okay. Please, thank you.
Here comes Tyler. Nice.
Got a little too sideways on that.
Is you see where I'm going off the track right there?
Yes.
And I'm hitting that pile that's like built up on the inside.
Okay.
Using it as a berm.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you're going way
Hell yeah. You probably saw, but it's Wollaston and then Chris Felicia.
Chris.
Yeah.
That was a great battle. Chris took the inside here, Chad took the outside, and Chris beat him out of the corner.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. That's awesome.
For me, that's a perfect size for a dog.
We just did a few sections, getting some footage with Dad, and Tyler was doing some sections too. So we got some footage of a few different people out there, and then I ran just 3 laps at the end of it to get some laps in. But as I was riding, I was thinking like, oh, it's getting pretty dried out. So a lot of people are leaving. Maybe they won't water it. But then as I was pulling up, they took the water truck out. So we'll let the water sit, soak in a little bit, and then go spin some more laps. Super sweet. I posted a poll on Instagram asking how you guys run your levers or how you use your levers, because for the longest time now I've been using this. I used to use my middle finger on it, and then I switched to my indexes so that I'd have more grip on the bars. But lately I feel like it's kind of pumping me up and stuff and getting a little bit hard, especially with my wrist injuries I've had. So I asked you guys, and a fair amount of people, more than I thought, said they run the middle on the clutch, but then they run the index on the front brake. So that last moto and riding out there getting clips with my dad, I was actually trying that. I think it works really well. I'm really surprised how good it feels. So I still sometimes will go back and have my index fingers on it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and I switch it back. But I think that might be the new go-to I'm going to be running. So thank you guys for those suggestions. Rip to the tail barrella, but I bought a new canopy just on Amazon, a cheap one. So at least we still have some shade here at the track, but poor thing. We just finished a little moto. It was like 14 minutes. Ran a few laps. I don't know how many that was, maybe 5 or 6. But oh, tired from that. But that felt good. I'm trying really hard to squeeze more with the knees from last week, and I feel like I'm already doing better. My hands hurt today. These gloves are kind of small, which doesn't help. But yeah, my hands are just getting a little beat up. Also helps, of course, that this isn't as bad as Thunder as far as braking bumps and all that. But I'm still pretty proud of that, getting back into it, just trying to run some laps. When I was filming with my dad, I dabbed my knee a few times, my foot, and I know it's so easy to just say like, well, don't do that. And I wish it were that easy, but not quite. It's you know, it's kind of tricky. It's just how I've always rode, so I'm trying to break the habit, but obviously I still do it. So trying not to do it, but it's still happening semi-often. So that's, I don't know, a little frustrating, but I know you guys are going to see it and be like, well, be careful with your knee because what you just went through, and I'm trying to, but it's still getting caught every once in a while. But with that, we're going to call it. Pretty much everyone is loaded up. We were like the last people on the track. Pits are clearing out, but just so happy that so thankful that Wildrat had us out here to ride today, because this was a blast. I'm so glad we came out here, and like I told you guys, we'll go to Ram eventually. I'm sorry it wasn't today, but we'll get out there eventually. So gonna take off the gear and start getting loaded up. And just follow behind me. Okay. All loaded up. We're gonna head out to my parents' house. We're gonna stay out there tonight so we can hit Aztec tomorrow and make a nice day down in Springs like I talked about. But it was really fun to ride out at Wildrat because they don't usually have any sort of open public practice or anything. The track is usually only open once or twice a year, and that's for the races. You guys, if you've been around the channel for a little bit, you've probably seen, but Jeremy Heinrichs there with his son Jace. But you guys have probably seen I have raced it in the past. I think the past 2 years I was hurt. Last year for sure with the wrist. The year before that maybe my collarbone or something, but I missed it those years. But I have raced at Wildrat on the 450, not the Honda, but my Cowie, and I've raced it long ago back when I was racing a 60. So it's really fun to come out here, and if they do... Oh, dope. Thank you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Yes, sir.
See ya.
Got some Voodoo Creations, Voodoo Designs masks from Jeremy. He does some jersey prints and stuff, so awesome, thank you. Anyway, so it was really fun to come ride out here. And if they do have a race, I don't know about 2020, but at least 2021, have a little bit better feel of the track. And it was just awesome to be out here riding with a bunch of friends, a bunch of fast people, and just enjoying a track we don't get to ride too often. So that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Gonna go out to my parents' house. I brought my computer so I can start editing this video. Then we'll have one from Aztec, so another double header this weekend. But that's gonna do it. So as always, take it easy. And if it's easy,
take it twice.
we'll talk to you later.